We are at front of the Knesset, the Parliament of Israel. We are at April 16, 2021. Beautiful entrance to the, I think, amazing democratic system that doesn't work well now, I must say, of Israel. We just celebrate our Independence Day, and we went to vote for the fourth time for the last 2 years. And something is bad with our democratic system. Maybe too many parties. A very weak coalition. I don't want to talk about the people who stand on top of it, but at the other side of it, you can see a marvelous place, a menorah. Menorah is the symbol of Israel. The menorah with the 7 branches take us to the temple time. But the 60s, Britain decided to donate it, to give us a present for our only democratic system in the Middle East by the shape of the menorah. And the one who did it was a Jewish sculptor that ran away from Germany just before the Second World War, and that's why he survived. He ran to Britain, and they actually tells us everything about Israel. It's too much for that video. Then I will try to tell you a little bit about that. You can see here the 7 branches. Let me check it. Did I not? Yes, now I can see 7. And one of them is the main trunk. And you can see Moses with his hands in the air because he was very weak, and God told him, if you will raise your hands, you will win. If you want, you will lose. Then you can see 2 guys, one of them is Yitro, holding his hands while they are winning the war. And then the 10 commands in front of you with a lot of fire, the burning bush. Lower than that, you can see Ruth, which is the grandmother of King David, and she's actually not a Jew. It shows you that Judaism is a mixture of so many things, and she's holding kind of a menorah with 3 branches, because above it, I don't know if you can see the crown of King David, because she is the grandmother of him, and Rachel is crying over her children. Beneath her, Hazakel, you can see the dry bones, which actually tells us that God will raise us again, and here we are, still exist in Israel. Beneath it is the Holocaust, and you can see a lot of rebels here, but not only. You can see some people who lost their children. And you can see a man holding the Torah scroll, but you can see others that fights against the Nazis. And of course, Shema Israel, oh Lord, here, which is the most important prayer in Judaism. And that shows you about the importance of monotheism, only one God in Israel. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. And the Israel state. We established now, established it at 1948. The then present is outside the Knesset. Why? It's supposed to be at the entrance to the Knesset, and everyone who entered to here, hello Tal. I'm Mirav.
From the Galilee?
From the Galilee, yeah, she came from Jesus' land.
Well, we hope you like the menorah and that you liked Zahi's beautiful explanations.
I hope so. I don't know. Please tell me that.
Yes.
Don't. I'm afraid of. Okay, don't. And then why it's outside the parliament? Mainly because of the second command. You shall have no statues and images. And here you can see a lot of images. And I didn't talk about prophets and other history of Israel from the Jewish Bible. Then it's a problem. There was kind of an argument between the religious and the secular parliament members. what they're going to do with it. Then they went to the chief rabbis of Israel at that time, and he said, yes, you can build it, but don't build it inside. Put it outside. I must tell you that the idea of the sculpture Banu Alkan is that place will be in a closed area and the light will come from there, mainly because the game between the shade and light is important here. And if you look at that, you can see a lot of people that are actually looking up. Amazing, isn't it? I really love that monument. Here it is. If you like that video, then subscribe my channel. And now I can tell you that I have, and listen to that, more than 19,000 videos. Not 18, 19,000 videos on YouTube. You can subscribe. You can actually be my friend on Facebook and Instagram. You can actually find it at the description. And if you do have some questions, please don't hesitate. Ask. But questions about Israel, not about things that I don't know. Oh, you know what? You can try. You can try. Then see you. Bye-bye.